за Come twist your life around me again. I'd like to see you in the evening, and I'll leave at 6 o'clock. Get change in the parking lot, and this is how you lose her in and out. Boy, you're a tale that we've all heard before. It's hard to see you sink into your ego. Yeah, you better bet that I've got you packed, and this is how you lose me in an hour. And there's 1,000 ways that I could be a man, but I'm walking in the footsteps of my dad. And there's a blood stain on the carpet in our room, but I cannot seem to get it out for good. Last night I drove her around in your truck. Well, I still owe your dad money on insurance, and we listened to Townes Van Zandt, and my hand went for breath. Tell me, how do you like me now? And boy, you look afraid when you handle your mistake. And it's a weakness that I've always seen in you. And don't try to deceive me, you're no mystery to me. I feel lucky if I'm with you. Hold tight, love, we're getting here soon. And leave our troubles in rear view. Come, keep warm by the fire as the evening retires, brings us starlight again. Call to the wide open meadow, fall asleep to the dimming light, don't care if time passes by. I've got wild wind woven my skin. Put my feet straight to the soil. Make my soul a river go. Come, keep warm by the fire as the evening retires and brings us starlight again. Call to the wide open meadow, fall asleep to the dimming light, don't care if time passes by. My feet straight to the soil. Make my soul a river cold.
with the light it brings. All the things we get to do tomorrow. Winter's ending and spring will follow soon. It's like you